Have you ever seen this building in downtown New York City? Have you ever wondered the significance of this building? Well, let's find out. Follow along with me as we discuss and view this historical building. This is actually a replica of the original Colonial Courthouse, which is located in York, PA, on the corner of North Pershing Avenue and West Market Street. Even though this was not its original location, the first courthouse in York County was erected in the center square and took 4 years to build. It was a red brick building with white wood trim. Relics of the Colonial Courthouse are presently at the Historical Society of York County. The old building was torn down in the mid-1800s. It was rebuilt in 1976 to commemorate the country's bicentennial based on sketches of the original. It was very well done, and one may believe it is the original. That is the building you see here. Inside the courthouse, there is a single room. This room has been set up to resemble what the original courthouse would have looked like when the Continental Congress would meet. In their efforts to flee Philadelphia, the Continental Congress was unable to take furniture with them, so they used donated pieces of furniture in order to seat dozens of representatives and their staff. This probably looks very mismatched. While the Continental Congress sat in York, they ratified and signed the Articles of Confederation. This became the country's first system of government. It was at this time that the term United States of America was first used. And then we jump to a modern-day courthouse shown here. While these buildings are important to every function of the public in York County, they do not hold a huge significance in the federal government. The two courthouses we viewed on this tour are examples of local courthouses. What is a local courthouse, you may ask? Well, a local courthouse is a courthouse that only deals with the court cases and other legal procedures of a specific county, whereas a federal courthouse deals with the most important court cases that can be from anywhere in the United States. It is not just limited like local courthouses. A federal courthouse is under the judicial branch of the government. Did you know that there are 3 different branches of the government? Can you name those 3? Did you say executive, legislative, and judicial? If so, great job. Here is the White House, and within the White House you will find the president, the vice president, and the presidential cabinet. Can you guess what branch these people may be a part of? You guessed it, executive. In this branch, there are also other federal government agencies and committees, like the Department of Agriculture and Homeland Security. This branch not only consists of pretty important people, but also has the ability to sign bills into laws or veto them. But that is not the only thing this branch is known for. It is also known for being the branch that maintains the relations with foreign nations. Next is the legislative branch, which makes and passes the country's laws and funds the U.S. government. This branch comes with a lot of power, which means it must be separated into Congress. Therein lies 2 other branches known as the House of Representatives and the Senate. Did you know that even if the president vetoes a law, it can go back to Congress, which can later override the president's decision and still pass the bill? Pretty cool, huh? Each state has 2 U.S. senators and at least 1 House representative. There are 100 U.S. senators compared to 435 U.S. representatives. A U.S. senator is someone who represents their entire state, whereas the representative for the House is representing individual districts. But both hold a lot of power. The final branch of government is known as the judicial branch. This branch interprets the Constitution and the country's laws, then applies those interpretations to cases brought before it. This branch consists of the U.S. Supreme Court in Washington, D.C., which is the highest court in the land. Did you know that the president nominates a justice for the judicial branch, the Senate confirms his choice, and when it is confirmed, that person holds their job for life? Meaning they work until they pass away, retire, or possibly could get impeached by Congress. Without these 3 branches, there would have been too much power and responsibility for one group of people. So then came the idea of separation of powers. This idea allowed each branch to act independently so one did not become more controlling than the next, but also allows each branch to monitor the other. This helps everything run as smooth as possible. Thank you for taking a peek into the past and a jump into the future with me. I hope you learned something new.